Hey guys, Nick here, doing a review today over the IPEVO P2V webcam. This is a sort of a pin cam where it's really small in build, but at the same time it can definitely double as a few features. The main one is definitely for up close shooting. The second one is kind of what I'm using it for now, which is a webcam. Now unfortunately, if you wanted to use it as a webcam, it is $70, and it also does not have a built-in microphone, which if your main reasons for a webcam, I would definitely personally say look somewhere else, for the main fact that for $70 you can definitely get a webcam with good photo quality and good audio. This does not have audio, so webcam only, I'm going to have to give this a no-go right up front. But let me actually get into this review now. I mainly wanted to shoot this with the actual IPEVO, which is what I'm currently using, just to show the video quality. Now you will notice it doesn't have the best frames per second, as it is definitely kind of blurry. And yes, I know I'm actually not recording this, I'm using the P2V software, which is what I'm also touching on in the review, but I found that the P2V software shows exactly what the webcam shows when using it on Skype, iChat, any of that. So yes, there's a delay, yes, there's blurriness, but let's just jump up to the actual review. So, first thing I will actually want to talk about is using this as an up-close macro camera. And for this, I'm actually going to demonstrate it with my watch. The reason for that, because it has a lot of little bitty tick marks, and it makes it nice and easy to do. Now actually, let me pull up a second camera shot here, and before I even get into the watch part, I'd like to go over some of the camera features. So let's pull this up right here. Now, as you guys can tell, there are a few different buttons on here, and let me actually macro this out just a little better here, which I can't do because I'm already recording. But you guys can see right here that there is a kind of a toggle button, and I know this light's on, so let me kill the light, and this will make it a little better. But there's kind of a toggle button that lets you switch between, you'll see right here, single autofocus and continual autofocus. The difference in that is continual, it's going to keep adjusting no matter what it's looking at. So right now it's looking at the bottom of the stand. I tilt it up to look at the camera and pretty much myself, and you're going to give it a couple of seconds. It's going to do its thing, it's going to autofocus it, and there we are up close with the Canon. If you switch it to just single, right here, switch to single, you're going to end up with something like this, where you put it facing the watch, you accidentally take a photo, so you're facing the watch and it's not doing anything, it's not going to autofocus. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to press this little button right here, and it's going to autofocus it on that watch. And you see right here the little red box is doing its thing, and bam, it's autofocused. There's a second way to do this, which is just click the little autofocus button there. It's going to do its thing, and eventually it will autofocus itself. And there we go. The thing I really like about giving you the option is really continual focus and just a single set focus has a lot of different benefits. Continual, if you're up and down, you're moving all around, that way it keeps a pretty steady focus on you. If you have it just for single, it's really nice for stuff like this where, yes, even a continual would be nice with this, but by doing the single one-time focus, you're going to get the best possible shot. Now, talking about the shooting, let's go ahead and go back to the IMAX screen here. There's a few different ways to shoot. You can either hit the green button, which I'm currently hovering the mouse over. You can hit enter, or you can press the little green button on the device itself. The green button on the device itself I pretty much render useless, for the fact that up-close photos, if the camera's moving at all, you're going to end up with something like this. Not good, unfocused, just not pretty. So I would definitely say the little green button is pretty much worthless, and I would definitely use that button or just hit enter. You get much better photos every time, and it's just going to work out better for you. Now let me turn this light on, because right now it's in a really dark spot and not getting a very nice crisp picture because of the darkness. So let me go that, adjust the exposure just a little bit, and refocus this to get a nice clean picture out of this. Let's pull you down just a little bit and show some of the zoom capabilities. Now there are a lot of zooms. You can do 1 1/4, 2, 2.5, and 3. I'll do 3 just to show up how close this can get. And I'm definitely going to have to refocus this one. So let's give this 1 second on this one, guys. But why this is doing that, I would like to mention that for using the camera in this instance, whether you like selling items on Craigslist, eBay, wherever you're needing up-close photos, even if you have a business that you just need up-close photos, I would definitely recommend this product if you can either hit enter to take the photo or click to take the photo. For the simple fact that if you're doing the thing with a button, you're going to get that. And I will tell you right now, if you're selling stuff on Craigslist, that's not going to fly. That and that, these two look really nice. This one isn't going to do much, and that's with using the button, which is why I pretty much said I render the button as moot for the fact that it just doesn't work out. Now back to the actual camera itself, you will notice two indicator lights, the green and the red. The green is just to show it is plugged in, it's getting powered, it can be used. The red is showing it's active, it's currently recording, currently just doing its thing. So that's really nice for that. Now you will notice it does come with this stand. The stand is really nice for the fact that it gets you a nice, let me put this back on here, a nice 180s area of pretty much focus as far as this goes. You can also swivel this on the stand itself so you can get a nice 360 that way. So 180 vertical, 360 horizontal, which really gives you a nice range of motion. You will notice that this is kind of wobbling around a little bit, but the base is actually really well constructed where the bottom is really, really nicely weighted, where you can pretty much have this thing tipping and it's going to come back to standing. I have not once had this thing tip over on me, and I'm definitely marking that as a big positive for this. You will also get a stand like this for monitors. It just clamps on the front, and this is pretty much just a little kickstand to adjust the settings. So really this can be used for anything as small as a laptop or as big as even the iMac. The one issue I have with this is this little back piece is really kind of loose, at least on mine, and it just doesn't stay that well, where even if you just bump the camera a little bit, that's going to adjust. I really wish there was some sort of tightening or tension rod that you could really set it to where you need to set it, crank it down, and it's just going to sit there. But overall, guys, I really do like this product. It does retail for $70, which I definitely think is expensive. For webcamming, as far as iChat, Skype, it does a really nice job. It has a really nice clear picture. If you're going to get something, if you're going to want to use this as like an actual camera, like shooting videos with, I'm definitely going to have to give it the no-go for the simple fact that it's just not sharp enough. It doesn't have a good enough picture on it. But if you want something for up-close shooting, you want to really display the product you're trying to sell well, or really whatever you're trying to do with it, as far as up-close photo taking, I would definitely recommend it for the simple fact that the color that it gets, the stability that it gets on the stand is pretty ridiculous. Let me autofocus this to really demonstrate this one more time on the Canon. And bam, there you go. Nice, clear photo. I would not get that with any of my webcams, no way. So if you want this for photo taking, nice up-close shots, I would definitely recommend it. That's pretty much what I'll be using it for. If you're wanting it for webcam, $70, no built-in microphone, I'm going to have to give it the no-go on that one. But guys, this is the IPEVO P2V. I'd like to finish this off by thanking Jeff for shipping it out to me over at IPEVO. And that's pretty much going to wrap this up, guys. And this is Nick, and I'll catch you guys later.